It's Jill for today. And he's applauding because he knows what this is, don't you? This is the start of sourdough bread. So before I get into the actual making of it, I have to show you this book. Now, I've had this book since 1993, and this was the book that really got me started on baking sourdough. It really is probably one of the best books. It's got the most incredible recipes once you get your sourdough thing down. And I'll actually put a link in my listings. I saw it on Amazon. It's under $20. Well worth every cent. So this is like a 3-day process before we get to another step. They're not hard steps. You just have to, like, every day do about this much worth of time, and then you've got sourdough, and then you've got it made, and you're ready to keep baking. So what I've got here is the first day's worth, and it says to put it in like a tall kind of container. It's something about the way it grows, or the way that gases work. And I had looked and looked, and look what I thought. A dollar store pitcher. So that's what I've got. I used to have another container, but I lost it along the way and haven't made bread since. So what I have in here is, if you weigh your flour, it's 4 ounces. If you measure it, it's a half a cup plus 2 tablespoons. And again, I'll put all the instructions in the comment box. So that's what I have here. I happen to have bread flour. You could use whole wheat, you could use regular old gold medal, whatever it is you want to use. So I've got a half a cup of flour in there, 4 ounces, and then it says a pinch, and I looked a pinch up, and a pinch is 1/16 of a teaspoon. So, you just kind of guesstimate, but it's just a little tiny amount, and that's going to go in there.
What is it?
Oh, I thought I'd said it. It's yeast, just good old baking yeast. And then I have a half cup of water, just regular temperature, room temperature water, and that's going to go in there. And the thing, however you think this texture is, don't worry about it. If it's real hard and gummy and you can barely move it around, that's fine. It's just, you're just getting this started, and what you'll find so interesting. And of course, tomorrow I'll bring you back to show you. I'll show you this now, and then I'll show you each day we work on it, because it changes texture every time you go in there and you stir it and add more flour and water. So,
And you may have said, but is that warm water, cold water?
just room temperature.
Room temperature.
Just room temperature
Thank
water.
you.
So that's really it. That's it. That's day one. You've done day one here. I'm going to show you what it looks like. So you're going to stir it up. Make sure all your flour, is incorporated into the water and the yeast. And then, can you see in there? Can you see that? It's just kind of a gummy, thick, gummy flour water mess.
Can we eat it now?
So what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to put some plastic wrap over the top of it, and I'm just going to set it aside on the counter. And then in 24 hours, I will come back to this, and I will do day 2, which is just like day 1. But what I want to do is have you see how it changes and how it, develops. So we'll be back in 24 hours.